What makes us human? Is it our ability to walk upright? Is it our thumbs? The real magic trick is our knack for creativity. From cave doodles to AI art, we've been hardwired to create. Creativity drives every innovation in human history. It's what makes us, well, us. Subscribe to @Enchant Minds for more insights into the wonders of human creativity. Our journey begins in the flickering firelight of prehistoric caves, where our ancestors left behind the first whispers of their existence. These cave paintings were powerful forms of communication. Fast forward to the mighty empires of Mesopotamia and Egypt, towering pyramids, intricate hieroglyphs, and the birth of written language. The Greeks and Romans added philosophy, democracy, and impressive architecture. From Michelangelo to Gutenberg, creativity exploded, forever changing our world. We're talking about a whirlwind tour through centuries of artistic movements, from the gritty realism of the Industrial Revolution to the mind-bending abstractions of the 20th century. And just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, we're diving headfirst into the digital age, where pixels reign supreme and artificial intelligence is shaking things up in ways we never thought possible. Get ready to explore the evolution of human creativity, from those first tentative steps in a prehistoric cave to the awe-inspiring possibilities of the future. We'll uncover the stories behind the art, meet the mavericks who dared to break the mold, and discover how each era has shaped the creative landscape we know today. So, whether you're an art aficionado, a history buff, or just someone who appreciates the power of human ingenuity, this journey has something for everyone. Get ready to be inspired, amazed, and maybe even a little bit mind-blown. Let's go.
Okay, picture this. It's 40,000 years ago. No Netflix, no smartphones, not even a decent cup of coffee. Life was rough, right? But even back then, amidst the struggle for survival, something remarkable was happening. Our ancestors were experiencing the world with a sense of wonder and expressing it in ways we're still trying to understand today. Imagine the flickering light of a fire dancing across the rough walls of a cave, revealing a hidden world of animal figures, enigmatic symbols, and handprints reaching out through time. These weren't just random doodles to pass the time. These were the first glimmers of human creativity, the earliest attempts to capture the essence of their existence. These early artists, armed with nothing more than charcoal, ochre, and a touch of genius, were pioneers of a new frontier, the frontier of human imagination. They weren't just recording what they saw, they were interpreting it, imbuing it with meaning, with stories, with a spark of something profoundly human. Now, let's talk about some of these cave paintings. We're talking about places like Lascaux in France and Altamira in Spain. Prehistoric art galleries that would put any modern museum to shame. The sheer scale and detail of these paintings are mind-blowing. Imagine gazing upon a herd of bison, their powerful forms brought to life in shades of red and brown, their every muscle seemingly ready to ripple across the cave wall. Or picture a group of horses, frozen in mid-gallop, their manes flowing, their eyes wide with a lifelike intensity that's hard to believe was created tens of thousands of years ago. But these paintings weren't just about showcasing artistic skills. They were deeply intertwined with the lives, beliefs, and rituals of the people who created them. Some experts believe they were used in shamanistic rituals, perhaps to connect with the spirits of the animals depicted. Others theorize that they served as teaching tools, passing down knowledge about hunting strategies and animal behavior from one generation to the next. Whatever their purpose, these cave paintings offer us a tantalizing glimpse into the minds of our ancestors, revealing a world where art and life were inextricably intertwined. But hold on, there's more to prehistoric creativity than just cave paintings. Remember those early humans huddled around the fire? Well, they weren't just admiring their handiwork in silence. Oh no, they were making music. Archaeologists have unearthed ancient instruments like bone flutes and drums, some dating back an astonishing 40,000 years. Can you imagine the sounds that echoed through those caves, the rhythms that filled the air, the stories told through music and song? These early musical expressions weren't just about entertainment, though we're sure they had their fair share of prehistoric dance parties. Music played a vital role in their rituals, ceremonies, and social gatherings. It was a way to connect with each other, to strengthen social bonds, and to express the full range of human emotions. Just imagine the power of a rhythmic chant echoing through a cave, uniting the tribe in a shared experience. It's a reminder that the human need for creative expression, for connection, for something bigger than ourselves, is as old as humanity itself. As we emerge from the shadowy depths of caves and into the open air, we begin to see the seeds of creativity blossoming in new and exciting ways. The development of tools, the mastery of fire, the invention of language. Each innovation was a testament to the boundless potential of the human mind. These early humans were constantly experimenting, exploring, and pushing the boundaries of what was possible. They were driven by a deep-seated curiosity, a desire to understand the world around them and to leave their mark on it. As we'll see in the next part of our journey, this creative spark, ignited in the darkness of prehistoric caves, would eventually light the way to the rise of civilizations, the development of writing, and the birth of new and ever more awe-inspiring forms of artistic expression. So buckle up, because things are about to get even more interesting.
All right, imagine this. You've moved on from doodling on cave walls. You've invented the wheel. Things are looking up, right? But there's just one problem. You haven't quite figured out how to write things down yet. Talk about a pain. How do you pass down that killer recipe for fire-roasted mammoth? Or remember which tribe you promised to trade your best flint tools to? Enter the ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia and Egypt, stage left. These guys weren't just content with surviving. They wanted to thrive, innovate, and leave their mark on the world. And what better way to do that than by inventing writing? This wasn't just about convenience, this was a game changer for human creativity. Suddenly, stories, ideas, and knowledge could be recorded, shared, and passed down through generations. It was like upgrading from caveman whispers to a global network of knowledge. And as these civilizations blossomed, so did their art and architecture. We're talking monumental pyramids, awe-inspiring temples, and intricate sculptures that still blow our minds today. So, grab your metaphorical passports, because we're about to take a trip down the Nile and explore the birth of civilization, where creativity really started to take off. First stop, Mesopotamia, the land between two rivers, the birthplace of civilization. Or at least one of them. History can be a bit messy. These guys were like the overachievers of the ancient world, always coming up with new inventions and ideas. We're talking about the invention of the wheel, the plow, and even the concept of time itself. 60 seconds in a minute, you're welcome. But let's be real, we're here for the art. Mesopotamian art was all about power, religion, and showing off just how awesome their rulers were. Hey, we all flex in different ways, right? Think massive ziggurats reaching for the heavens, intricately carved cylinder seals used to mark ownership, and fearsome statues of winged bulls guarding palace entrances. They even invented cuneiform, a fancy word for wedge-shaped writing on clay tablets. Sure, it wasn't as pretty as hieroglyphs, but hey, it got the job done. From epic tales like the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest surviving works of literature, to their groundbreaking advancements in mathematics and astronomy, the Mesopotamians laid the foundation for centuries of human ingenuity. Next up, we're heading south to the land of pharaohs, pyramids, and enough gold to make King Midas jealous. That's right, we're talking about ancient Egypt. The Egyptians were obsessed with eternity. Their art and architecture reflected this desire to preserve their legacy for all time. Just look at the pyramids, those colossal tombs that still dominate the skyline after thousands of years. Talk about a statement piece. Time to ditch the desert heat and set sail for ancient Greece, a land of philosophers, warriors, and talented artists. The Greeks celebrated the human form and explored the world through reason and observation. They rocked a toga like nobody's business. Their art? It's aged pretty well. Perfectly proportioned statues of athletes and gods, muscles rippling under draped robes, and their architecture. The Parthenon is the epitome of classical beauty. And let's not forget about their theater. Our final stop on this ancient adventure takes us to the heart of the Roman Empire, known for its military might and impressive infrastructure. The Romans were masters of taking something good and making it even grander. They took the Greeks' love of columns and arches and supersized them, creating massive structures like the Colosseum. They perfected the arch, creating awe-inspiring aqueducts that still stand today. Roman art wasn't just about grandeur and scale. They were masters of mosaics, creating intricate scenes from tiny pieces of glass or stone. They also excelled in portraiture, capturing the likenesses of their emperors and citizens. The Romans left an indelible mark on Western civilization.
All right, buckle up history buffs, because we're about to dive into a period often misunderstood as the Dark Ages. While it's true that Europe went through some, let's say, interesting times after the fall of the Roman Empire, it wasn't all doom and gloom. In fact, the Middle Ages was a time of immense creativity, where faith and artistry intertwined to create some truly awe-inspiring works. Imagine a world where religion wasn't just something you did on Sundays, but the very fabric of society. Yeah, those stained glass windows and soaring cathedrals weren't just for show, they were designed to inspire awe and connect people to the divine. Think of this era as a giant, intricate tapestry. You've got threads of faith and devotion woven together with chivalry, courtly love, and a healthy dose of epic battles. Because, no good story is complete without a dragon or two. From the haunting melodies of Gregorian chants echoing through monasteries to the intricate craftsmanship of illuminated manuscripts, the Middle Ages were a time when creativity found expression in unexpected places. So, let's grab our quills and parchment and unravel the artistic legacy of this often overlooked era. Gothic cathedrals, reaching for the heavens. First up, let's talk about those jaw-dropping Gothic cathedrals that still dominate skylines across Europe. We're talking architectural marvels like Notre Dame, Chartres, and Cologne Cathedral. Structures so ambitious in scale and design that they pushed the limits of medieval engineering. Imagine stepping inside one of these towering structures for the first time. Sunlight streams through vibrant stained glass windows, painting the interior in a kaleidoscope of colors. The air hums with the hushed whispers of visiting pilgrims and the sound of monks chanting in the distance. Above you, vaulted ceilings soar towards the heavens, a testament to human ingenuity and faith. But these cathedrals weren't just impressive feats of engineering, they were designed to be earthly representations of the divine. The soaring heights, the light pouring through the stained glass, the intricate sculptures adorning every surface, all of it was meant to inspire awe and connect people to a power greater than themselves. These structures were a testament to the collective creativity of an age, the combined efforts of architects, masons, sculptors, and glassmakers, all working together to create something truly extraordinary. Illuminated manuscripts where words become art. Now, let's shrink our perspective from the grandeur of cathedrals to the intimate world of illuminated manuscripts. Before the printing press came along and made books all mass-produced and boring, these handcrafted beauties were how knowledge was preserved and disseminated. Imagine a world where every book was a one-of-a-kind work of art. We're talking about skilled scribes painstakingly copying texts by hand, their quills dancing across parchment, each letter perfectly formed. But these weren't just books, they were visual masterpieces. Artists would then embellish the pages with intricate illustrations, vibrant colors, and gold leaf that shimmered like magic under candlelight. From elaborate biblical scenes and fantastical creatures to intricate geometric patterns and floral motifs, these illuminations transformed the written word into a feast for the eyes. These manuscripts weren't just religious texts either. They included histories, scientific treatises, and even romantic tales of courtly love. And they weren't just for stuffy scholars either. They were status symbols, treasured possessions, and a testament to the creative spirit that thrived even in the most unexpected places. The Renaissance dawn of a new era. Okay, let's fast forward a bit, past the Black Death and all that unpleasantness, to a time when Europe was ready for a serious glow-up. Enter the Renaissance, a period of cultural rebirth that swept across Europe, marking a transition from the medieval world to the modern age. Think of it like this: after centuries of focusing on the divine, people were finally ready to celebrate the human experience again. It was like that moment when you finally finish that massive project and can finally take a deep breath and say, "What's next?" This wasn't just about digging up old Roman statues and copying their style. Though they did a lot of that too, the Renaissance was about pushing boundaries, questioning assumptions, and embracing a new way of seeing the world. It was a time of incredible intellectual and artistic ferment, where geniuses like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael were just casually walking around, changing the game for art, science, and pretty much everything else. Masters of the Renaissance, shaping a new vision. Let's appreciate their genius. These artists were scientists, inventors, and polymaths. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just the guy who painted the Mona Lisa. He was also an engineer, architect, and inventor. Michelangelo gave us David and the Sistine Chapel. Raphael redefined beauty with his compositions. The Renaissance was a time of artistic exchange and competition.
The art world gets a shakeup from workshops to revolutions. Fasten your seatbelts, art fans. We're entering the fast lane of artistic innovation, the modern era. Gone are the days of artists toiling away in workshops for wealthy patrons. The Renaissance shook things up, but the modern era redefined art. The printing press democratized knowledge, the Enlightenment sparked new thinking, and revolutions shattered traditions. Art wasn't left behind in this whirlwind of change. Artists captured the energy, emotions, and ideas transforming society. Industrial Revolution art reflects a changing world. The shift from handcrafted goods to mass production powered by steam engines and fueled by coal. Cities were booming, factories churning out goods, and artists were like, whoa, we need to paint this. Realism emerged, capturing the lives of everyday people and the harsh realities of industrial life. The Romantic movement offered an escape, emphasizing emotion and the power of nature. Think Caspar David Friedrich's haunting landscapes or Eugene Delacroix's dramatic scenes. Impressionism, capturing the fleeting moment, time to lighten things up. By the late 19th century, artists were tired of realism's constraints. They went outside, grabbed paint, and captured the light. Impressionism revolutionized painting with its focus on fleeting moments and light. Imagine strolling through a Parisian park with Monet, capturing water lilies, or at a bustling cafe with Degas, sketching dancers. They captured the essence, not every detail. Loose brushstrokes, vibrant colors, and light created evocative paintings. This radical departure paved the way for more experimental art. Grab your beret and paintbrush and explore Impressionism. Early 20th century art goes abstract and a little bit crazy. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really wild in the art world. The 20th century was a roller coaster of artistic experimentation. Photography made artists question representational art. This led to a wave of abstract art movements. Fauvism brought bold, unnatural colors. Cubism shattered and reassembled objects. Surrealism explored the subconscious mind. Abstract expressionism let loose with pure emotion. The early 20th century was a time of incredible artistic upheaval. Mid-century modern and beyond, pop art, conceptualism, and breaking all the rules. The mid-20th century saw the art world evolve at a dizzying pace. Artists grappled with war, consumer culture, and mass media. Pop art embraced everyday imagery from advertising and popular culture. Think Andy Warhol's Campbell's soup cans or Lichtenstein's comic panels. Minimalism stripped art to its essentials, focusing on form and space. Conceptual art prioritized the idea over the physical form. Performance art blurred the lines between art and life. The late 20th century saw an explosion of artistic diversity and experimentation.
Hold on to your styluses, art enthusiasts, because we're about to enter a realm where pixels reign supreme. The lines between art and technology blur like a glitch in the Matrix. We're talking about the digital age, where computers transformed into powerful tools of creative expression. Artists embraced the digital realm with the same rebellious spirit that fueled previous artistic revolutions. The digital canvas offered a new playground for experimentation and creativity. Remember those dark rooms, filled with the smell of chemicals and the anticipation of watching an image slowly emerge? Digital photography kind of made those obsolete, but it brought its own revolution to the art world. Suddenly, everyone could become a photographer, capturing and sharing moments instantly. A new breed of digital photographers emerged, creating stunning works of art. Digital photography offered new ways to manipulate light, color, and composition. Edit images with a level of control that would make darkroom technicians jealous. The digital age wasn't just about new tools, it was about new ways of thinking about art itself. Digital art wasn't confined to static images. It embraced movement, interactivity, and the blurring of boundaries between artist and viewer. Digital artists began experimenting with animation, creating short films, music videos, and interactive experiences that transported viewers to other worlds. Software like After Effects and Maya became the digital equivalent of a film studio, allowing artists to create stunning visual effects, bring characters to life, and tell stories in entirely new ways. Generative art emerged as a fascinating subgenre of digital art, using algorithms and code to create works that were in a constant state of flux. Imagine a digital painting that continuously evolves based on data inputs, or a sculpture that changes shape in response to the viewer's movements. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, took digital art a step further, immersing viewers in interactive experiences that transcended the boundaries of the physical world. Imagine stepping inside a painting, interacting with virtual sculptures, or witnessing a digital performance unfold before your very eyes. Digital art had become an experience, not just an object to admire from a distance. Art in the age of the internet, from memes to NFTs, creativity goes viral. Remember when art used to be confined to galleries at museums?
The internet blew that system wide open. Anyone with an internet connection could access and share art globally.
The internet became a breeding ground for new digital art forms. Memes evolved into a language of their own, spreading like wildfire.
Digital illustration flourished on platforms like DeviantArt and Instagram.
Then came the NFT craze, shaking up the art world. NFTs use blockchain to assign unique signatures to digital artworks.
Whether NFTs are the future or a fad, they've sparked a conversation about digital art's value.
When machines make art, AI joins the creative conversation. Okay, art fans, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or rather, the algorithm in the artist's studio.
Artificial intelligence has entered the realm of art, sparking a debate about the nature of creativity.
AI art generators create original artworks in seconds, mimicking styles, generating surreal landscapes, and composing music.
Can a machine truly be creative? Is AI art just imitation, or can it be original?
What does it mean for human artists when algorithms replicate their skills? These questions will persist as AI advances.
Some artists embrace AI as a tool, collaborating to blur the lines between human and machine creativity.
Others view AI art with skepticism, fearing it might devalue human work.
AI art is here to stay, forcing us to reconsider creativity in the digital age. Whew, what a trip! We've trekked through millennia, from the flickering shadows of prehistoric caves to the pixelated landscapes of the digital age. We've witnessed the birth of writing, the rise and fall of empires, and the mind-boggling leaps in technology that have transformed how we live, create, and express ourselves. But throughout it all, one thing has remained constant: the irrepressible human urge to create. It's in our DNA, this burning desire to leave our mark on the world, to tell our stories, to make something beautiful, meaningful, or just plain cool. From those first ochre handprints on cave walls to the mind-bending creations of AI algorithms, creativity has been the driving force behind human progress, the spark that ignites innovation, and the glue that binds us together through shared experiences. We've seen how each era has built upon the legacy of the past, how artists have challenged conventions, pushed boundaries, and redefined what it means to be creative. And we've only just scratched the surface. Now, you might be thinking, okay, AI can generate some pretty cool stuff, but can it really replace human artists? It's a valid question, and the answer, like most things in life, is a bit complicated. Sure, AI can create technically impressive works of art, but there's something about human creativity that algorithms haven't quite cracked yet. That intangible spark of emotion, experience, and intention that infuses art with meaning and resonance. When we look at a painting by Van Gogh, we don't just see brushstrokes and color. We see a glimpse into the artist's soul, his struggles, his passions. When we listen to a piece by Mozart, we hear more than just notes and melodies. We hear the echoes of a genius who poured his heart and soul into his music. And that's the thing about human creativity. It's messy, it's flawed, it's deeply personal. It's about pouring our experiences, our emotions, our unique perspectives into the world, and that's something that even the most sophisticated algorithms can't replicate, yet. So, where do we go from here? Is the future of creativity a battle between humans and machines? A winner-take-all showdown for artistic dominance? Nah, that's way too boring, and a little bit dystopian. Instead of viewing AI as a threat, what if we embraced it as a collaborator, a powerful new tool in our creative arsenal? Imagine a world where artists and algorithms work side by side, each pushing the boundaries of what's possible, inspiring each other, and creating works that transcend the limitations of either. Think of it like this. AI can handle the technical heavy lifting, generating complex patterns, manipulating images, and exploring new forms and styles at lightning speed. Human artists can then step in, bringing their unique perspectives, emotions, and experiences to the table, shaping the raw output of AI into something truly meaningful. This collaborative approach could lead to entirely new forms of art, experiences that blur the lines between the physical and digital, the real and the imagined. We could see interactive installations that respond to our emotions, virtual worlds that adapt to our every whim, and musical compositions that evolve in real time based on our feedback. The future of creativity is a vast, uncharted canvas, and we're all invited to pick up a brush, a stylus, a keyboard, or whatever tool speaks to our creative souls and make our mark. Don't be afraid to experiment, to break the rules, to collaborate, and to explore the uncharted territories of your own imagination. The world is hungry for new ideas, fresh perspectives, and stories that challenge, inspire, and move us. So, what are you waiting for? The future of creativity is waiting to be written, composed, designed, and dreamt into existence. Go out there and make it happen.